Hello, I am live. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Wise Coffee Break with Lena Gerba. How are you guys? How have you guys been? How are you doing? Where you join me from? Yes. Hello, 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 lovelies. Thank you. Thank you. High fives. And some people are watching on Facebook. Awesome. So happy to see you. Hope you're staying warm, confident, self-esteemed. And if not, this is the topic of today's conversation. I decided to dedicate a couple of vlogs, a couple of sessions on self-esteem, particularly for women and younger women. I think it's a hello from Sweden. Hello, Annalie. Awesome. Thank you so much. It is a big topic of self-esteem. I know I've struggled with it, and I want to share what I know so less people are struggling. The reason self-esteem is so important, when we have it low, we don't value ourselves. We don't think I'm important, I'm enough, I'm worthy. And when you think that way, you activate the destructive modes. You activate the program that is called don't live, don't love, don't be wealthy. You accelerate, that is already embedded into us. It is a given that we will die. It's the mechanism that is already embedded in our physical bodies at birth. And I'm sorry that I'm talking about this, but when you have low esteem, when you don't value your life as is, you accelerate that. You accelerate the that program, and that's where the problems with health start. Because it's not valuable. The body is not valuable. The health is not valuable. So that's why self-esteem is critical. And now we are in the environment when we need to value what we have. We need to have healthy confidence in our abilities, talents, capabilities, skills, and mostly potential, because most of us are living below the potential. So what I wanted to talk to you in my work, when I work with people on their self-discovery, when I work with people, I go deeper. I go into the root causes of different situations in life, because the root cause of everything could give you a positive outcome or negative if only you knew what the root cause of it is. And today I wanted to go, last time we talked about the markers of low self-esteem, that's opinion of others matters, that we don't value ourselves, when we need approval, usually from a single person. One person needs to give us that approval. Oftentimes it's the parent. So, and our motivation is always colored in the approval seeking, into approval seeking. We do something not because we love it, we want it, we feel it. We do it to gain approval from a single person. So, what blocks our confidence? Where the problem grows, it is from using our speech incorrectly, not using one of the key resources, not using that energy properly. And it's talking about things that don't matter. It's empty conversations. when I first moved to the US, I had to learn the art of small talk. It's talking for the sake of talking. There's a beauty there that you engage with a person, find the approach, but small talk is very cultural here in the US, I believe. And it's an empty conversation. Nobody gets better, smarter, richer, more enlightened out of that. There's no positive outcome. So the energy is wasted. The energy of the conversation is um, wasted. It's not valuable. What it's used on, it's not valuable. And believe it or not, people who study the root causes very deeply, and these are wise sages from the past. So this knowledge comes from, it's thousands of years old. It comes from my study of the Tibetan Buddhism. And they, the sages who were able to observe the unconscious mind, which is below the level that of what is visible to us. It's not visible and discernible on the intellectual level, but it's the program that kind of runs us. We do something even though we understand intellectually something is wrong, but yet we still do it. And it's that iceberg, the bottom of the iceberg, the unconscious mind. 99%, as psychologists say, what is not visible to us um, is those causes, is those fragments of how we acted in the past. And so when we talk about nothing, empty conversations, meaningless conversations, they are the causes of low self-esteem. Um, the any useless jokes, um, you know, joking at somebody's expense deflates your own self-confidence. Deflates confidence, creates low self-esteem. Complaining is so it's a useless conversation. If you can do something about it, do something about it. But complaining on its own is the form of anger, and it does not produce anything positive for us. So it's again not the good use of energy of speech. When we talk, um, when we talk with the motivation to gain something out of it, it's when it's manipulation of others. It's another it's another aspect of that empty conversation. Gossip is a huge self-esteem killer. And you probably feel it yourself when you have a conversation with somebody and it's discussing somebody, gossiping about somebody. Yellow press is humongous in the West as well. Celebrities and what they're doing, and that also opens another Pandora box of how we feel about it, why we do this. But the mere fact of gossiping um, and also, um, politics is a good one there. And by the way, high self-confidence is the hidden form of low self-esteem. So what do you think about it? Does it resonate with you? Does it make sense to you? Does it help you connect some of the dots? I'm just curious what you think about this hidden reason for low self-esteem. And the other big one, huge one, is when we act on the autopilot, when we do actions automatically, particularly if these actions have high power in them. So for instance, prayer. When we pray like chewing the gum, and don't pay any attention, don't focus, don't indulge in that, we do it mindlessly, that probably is one of the self-esteem grows when you begin to transform your negative traits into positive. Yes, you become more confident that you can overcome your negative programming. So prayer, mindless prayer, automatic actions on autopilot without any purpose or not being purposeful and aware in life, even brushing teeth. To be mindful about that, why you're doing it, and dedication is also huge. Dedicating whatever you do to something bigger to you aspire to. Is a very strong and powerful act to take. So, so that is one of the biggest hidden underlying causes of low self-esteem. And if you think about it, you reflect on it, you see, be mindful 99 is brushing the teeth now. Must be morning, or you're brushing in between your food. It is morning where I am. It's 11 o'clock in New York. So I'm not sure where you are calling in. Maybe Europe, must be evening there. So now, and you know, when we engage in these mindless, empty conversations, gossips, we simply don't appreciate the tremendous, tremendous value of the resource that we have being born as a human. And when we don't appreciate that resource, it negates our own potential, and worse, our own worst self-worth. We just don't see it. We waste it. We squander it. So do you want to do a meditation, a quick meditation for it? You know, the Tibetans say, and by the way, low self-esteem and depression go hand in hand. And what the Tibetans say, that the best cure for all of that is the gratitude meditation. And that's what I want to walk you through, the meditation of gratitude. So if you allow yourself to relax your body, come back into the now, sit up straight, close your eyes. You don't need to see me. I will just be walking you through it, and maybe I'll give you a different aspect of the gratitude. And it's extremely helpful when you are low. Yes. Oh, that's Leah. Hi, Leah. You're brushing your teeth at 11. You late bird. Yes, Leah is huge on mindfulness, and she's launching a new course on mindfulness soon in Spanish first. So check her out, especially if you're Spanish speakers. Okay, so let's close our eyes. Let's sit up straight. Your back, the straight posture is important when you do energy work like meditation. And relax your face. Relax your face. Hello, Justin. Thank you for joining. We're just about to start the meditation. We talked about deep reasons for low self-esteem, and now we're doing the cure for it. And let's take 10 breaths just to come back to the present moment. Focus on nothing else. Allow yourself this 15 minutes not to worry about what you're going to do, where you have to go, what you need to do, what you're going to eat. Just allow the 15 minutes. It's good for you, and it's very short period of time. And focus on your breath. Relax your face, especially forward, and unclench your jaw. And let's take 10 breath cycles. All you focus on is the breath, nothing else. And when your mind wanders, you gently bring it back to your breath. Let's take 10 cycles just to come back. If you wander, come back. And the gratitude meditation is awesome when you're feeling anxious, and anxiety is the marker for low self-esteem, doubt, not sure of yourself, or even depressed. And first think about yourself and express some gratitude towards yourself. Feel gratitude to your past self. All of those human bodies that your soul lived in before you. They must have done so much good for you to live where you live, in a good place where there are resources, you have a healthy body. Think about some sort of appreciation for them. And now think about your mother, both of your parents, but your mother gave you life, risking her own life. Fed you, bathed you, breastfed you, changed your diapers. It was a lot of work, it's a lot of suffering. If you have children, you know how difficult it is to raise a child, to rear a child. And Tibetans say that's all she was supposed to do, give you life, and that's it. Everything else is gravy. And if you were loved and cared and lived in a happy home with both of your parents, or maybe not, had roof over your head, food on the table, you are fortunate. And feel gratitude towards your mom. She decided to give you life, to keep you, to carry you for 9 months. It's a lot of work. She went through a lot of trouble for you, to give you this resource. Now think about your great teachers. Somebody in early school. You know, teachers are always underpaid. I don't care what country you come from, they're always underpaid, underappreciated. I worked as a teacher, both in college and in school. It's a lot of work to work with children and adults. There's always too many children in class. Always want to give more, spend a little more time. But teachers teach, and everything we know is because somebody taught us. And feel the gratitude. Feel the gratitude in your heart for all the teachers that came along in your school. You know, they taught you to read and write, whether they were good or bad. And be grateful for that. And maybe there was somebody in your life who showed you that there is something more than just material world. Maybe there was a religious, a spiritual figure that shows you that there is God, there is higher source, there is higher reality than just what we see and touch, and there are greater needs than just the need to survive. And if you haven't met anybody like that, maybe think about your parents. Maybe somebody told you about heaven and God when you first heard of that, an angels, and if not, just pick a historical figure. And if not, just good person, some good person. And think about that person and feel gratitude for what they gave you in life. And now think about somebody who maybe taught you something special. And maybe it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe somebody who helped you develop and strengthen a personality trait, maybe helped you become a better person as a result of the experience that they offered to you. Somebody who had a good influence on your personality. Somebody who helped you get through something difficult in life. And feel gratitude towards them. Think about an employer. Maybe you're employed now, or maybe you were employed if you're self-employed. And we often think that the companies that we work for, all they care for is milk some services out of you and pay you very little. They don't care about you. They profit from your work, and that's how we think. And I invite you to think a little bit differently, to feel gratitude towards them, that they are there for you, that the job is there for you. Because it's a lot of responsibility to run a business. It is a lot of work to run a business and pay somebody a salary and employ a lot of people. It is huge responsibility. And it's much harder than being on your own. So think about the employer who you work for and be grateful for the job, for the work. It's awesome that you have them in your life. Think about all the people who created the roads, who built the supermarkets, who put food on the shelves, who grew the food or, or made it, who raised the food, it's vegetables or fruit. It's a lot of sweat and blood in that, in the roads, in the bridges, in the beautiful buildings. Don't take them for granted. The doctors, they train for most of their lives to help people. The farmers who work very hard, they're doing it for you. You are special. You are unique. They are there for you. Appreciate it. Feel the gratitude. Because what we appreciate works for us. It becomes a resource. And see if you can cultivate this feeling of gratitude for this wonderful life, for the fact that you can experience it. You have sensory organs to experience life, to smell, to taste, to see. That is the magic of life. Not what you see, but that you see, that you hear, not what you hear. And fill your body with a feeling of gratitude. Become gratitude. Become absorbed in gratitude. Stay in that feeling for a minute or two. And now you can gently open your eyes. So remember, when you're low, when you're feeling low, when you feeling self-conscious, worried, anxious, these are all markers of low self-esteem. Think about the feeling of gratitude. And do this meditation periodically. Let me know if this topic continues to resonate, and I will spend one more session on it, and we'll talk more about the possibly high self-confidence and how to cultivate more and more of the self-esteem and self-confidence that we so much need. If it resonates, I'll do another session on it. But otherwise, thank you for joining me either live or in recording. Have a magnificent day today. Bye bye.